Well, hello lovely people, welcome to the channel, so happy to have you here. Today we will be doing a pick a card reading on the subject of what is coming up next in your love life. So as you can see, we have 3 piles to choose from. This pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. And we also have like 3 coffee charms, let's say. So take a couple of deep breaths or whatever you like to do to ground yourself. And choose the pile you feel the most drawn to, and there will be timestamps below to skip to that time mark. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you. Hello pile 1, if you chose these cards, then this is the reading for you. Before we get in the cards, let's see what your coffee charm / luck is. What does it say? The doors will be open to those who are bold enough to knock. That's a really nice sentiment, I feel like. Maybe this has something to do with your reading and your situation. Maybe it's just a nice piece of advice. Either way, let's leave it on the side. So we are opening this up with boldness. Awesome. Okay, let's see what the tarot will give us today. I'm planning on doing this on one side, like one person, second person, and energy between the two. Technically, I would pull this side for the other person and this side for you, but if you feel like it's the other way around, like just switch it up, it doesn't matter. Let's see what is coming up in the relationship department for our pile 1. Who is coming towards our pile 1 for love and relationships? Okay, let's start with these 9. Okay, pile 1, I flipped the cards over now. Let's get into them. Like I said in the beginning, this is technically going to be your side, and this is going to be the person that's coming in your life. And in the middle, we have the energies between the two of you. But if you feel like you are on the other side, then fair enough, it could be this as well. So, starting off at the top row, on your side, we got the Strength card in reverse. With the Strength card coming up in reverse as the first thing for you, it tells me that you could be in a state of experiencing self-doubt or maybe having low energy at the moment. This could be something that is bothering you. Or also, additionally, it could be that you feel like a ball of raw emotions right now, like there's a beast inside of you that you haven't exactly managed to tame. On the other side, on your person's side, we got the 6 of Wands in the upright position, which is a really positive card. In the traditional tarot, it's like this guy that's coming back from like whatever, from war or from a battle or from something, and he is victorious and the crowd is cheering him on. So the energy of the person that's coming into your life is very much of that like winner or entertainer or like very successful person that knows where they are standing, that has accumulated, it could be wealth, it could be recognition amongst their community, but either way, they are somehow in a good spot in their life. Also, if we look at the astrological signs on the cards, I'm going to tell it to you just in case it resonates in some way. On both of your cards, we have the sign of Leo, so if that's significant. And as towards the energy between the two of you, we have the multiverse card, which is kind of a unique card for this deck because it's not in the normal tarot. And it's basically a card of endless possibilities. Like on the one hand, it's definitely giving me the energy that this is a new person that's coming in your life. It's not somebody from before, like an ex or something, because you know how in the multiverse we have like the idea that we have all possibilities of our life in all the different multiverses. For instance, in this universe we are an accountant, and in that universe we are a superhero, and in the third universe blah 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 blah. So this is like the card of wildest dreams coming into manifestation, so to say. So definitely up to this point this is giving me new energy and something that maybe was even out of the scope of your wildest dreams. Now moving to the second row of cards, this is again interesting that you got two of the untraditional cards in this deck. On your side, we got the Eight of Cups in the upright position. The Eight of Cups is sort of a card of disappointment. So it tells me that you might have gone, or you might be going currently, through something disappointing. It seems that you were working on something or hoping on something. It could have been also a relationship. It doesn't have to be a project or something in your life. It could be an ex-relationship, for instance. But the point is that somehow it didn't work out and it left you disappointed. Like you can see the broken and the spilled cups on the card. And they're like floating kind of ominously, and it's just the imagery, once you look at it, it has this gloomy feeling to it. So again, and with the Strength card from beforehand also coming in the reversed position, it is telling me of some kind of disappointment you are experiencing. And you are probably wondering whether to walk away from something, or alternatively you have already walked away from something. Now on your person's side, we got the blank card, which I take the blank card personally as the card of you can put here whatever you want. It's like a blank slate. So whatever it is that you have as your heart's deepest desire can be shown back to you through this card. This is how I interpret it. So I definitely think that whatever energy you would need from a person coming into your life, whatever this thing is for you in particular, on the one hand, you are not maybe meant to know it exactly, but it's also like something that you know deep inside of you, and it's something that you can manifest, like you don't need the confirmation for it. So just take it as a basically carte blanche of you can get whatever you want. You just have to ask for it. Maybe that's where the luck from the beginning comes from. Like the doors will be open to those who are bold enough to knock. So as long as you start, if you take the first step, like you can, you are given the permission to achieve whatever it is you want through this connection and to manifest whatever exactly you want. Now, with the reversed Queen of Pentacles being the energy between the two of you, this could be interpreted as a couple of different things, but let's start maybe with the more negative things. Because we have on your side the, let's say, the failure or the disappointment of the Eight of Cups. This disappointment tells me it could have something to do with your finances. So maybe something that you would bring in this new relationship with this person as some kind of a stress factor that would need to be worked on, and they will probably help you resolve, could have something to do with your financial independence and how you handle your finances. If that's not the case, then it could be that initially there will be some kind of work and relationship conflict in your dynamic. Again, whether it would be on your or on their side, it could be both. If it is on your side, the conflict, I would say it would very likely stem from you having to start something new. And when we start a new project or job or whatever, it takes us a while till we get the hang of it and get set a particular routine that works. So this could be a bit of a challenge at the beginning. If it is on their side, the energy on their side is kind of giving me the vibes of somebody who has career as a really strong pillar in their personality. So this is something you might need to work on, but it doesn't seem like some kind of grand tragedy or anything. It would just be a point of contact and a little bit of stuff to work on. Now, based on the last 3 cards that came up for you, I'm wondering also whether this person would maybe be somebody who somehow comes from a very different background to you. It could be culturally, it could be again like financially or something. I guess it could also be like religiously. But the point is that this energy is coming up of some kind of diversity on the one hand, and also like simultaneously getting everything that you want, but there is something there that's kind of bugging you. And the thing that is bugging you, I would say, could very well have something to do with either some kind of values that you need to sit down and discuss, or with opinions from the outside of other people. So like if we take the energy on their side, we have the 5 of Pentacles, not Pentacles, the 5 of Wands reversed, which could be like just being in a group of people that's diverse and where we have a hard time seeing eye to eye just because different experiences, different viewpoints. We need some time to digest them and understand them. It's not a negative card. It's just one of those like we can agree to disagree and still remain friends and whatnot. It's just a card signifying some kind of differentness and diversity. On your side, we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position, which is the happy card of like completion and success and achieving some kind of wealth, material possession, blah, blah, blah. But because it is reversed, it tells me that there is still something missing. It could be that because on your side, we seem to be getting cards of needing further work on yourself, on your situation, probably on your finances. It could be that you come to a point where you settle for something, for some kind of career or whatever, and you start questioning yourself whether this aligns with your values and with the values in your relationship. I wouldn't say necessarily that would be a problem maybe for the other person. It is something that you can fix through discussion, but I would say that it would be a problem on your side. So you might need to change something on your side in order to be more satisfied with the situation. Apart from that, with the 10 of Pentacles, it can be a card of paying too much attention to other people's opinions. So this could be the other side of the issue. For instance, if you and this person have some vastly different background in some way, like religiously, politically, country-wise, or whatever, it could be not necessarily that this is so much an issue in your relationship, but that you listening to other people and letting them get in your brain about it causes stress and disharmony and misalignment. So your side is very much giving me that this would bring the challenge of looking in yourself and figuring out what exactly is important to you and what you need to do. On that note, like the Lover's card, apart from potential disharmony coming up in the relationship because of those issues you need to fix on your side, it could very well exactly signify that self-love aspect you need to work on within yourself. It is a card of like feeling at odds with oneself. Like it doesn't necessarily have to signify being at odds with the other person. I feel like this is more so speaking about your side of the court, let's say. Okay, I want to draw a couple of the oracle cards for some additional information for pile 1. Yeah, let's keep it at 3. Okay, pile 1. Based on the 3 cards that came up for you, I would say that before this relationship starts, both of you will need to let go of another person before that, because on both of your sides we got different breakup cards. And like for you particularly, it's like you need to stop some kind of pattern. So if you have a pattern of, for instance, coming back to a particular person, that is something that you need to stop. Maybe this is the thing that's shown in the 8 of Cups card, like the disappointment and whatever, and abandonment. On your person's side, I am also getting a similar energy where it says like some relationship is over and there is no second chance. There is need for growth and transformation. And once those 2 energies are fixed, then you both would be ready to welcome love and meet each other. Like it says, meeting the one. Open your heart, getting together, perfect. So it seems that right now what's going on in both of your lives is getting over some kind of past situation before you step into this new opportunity in this universe as part of the multiverse. I'm gonna pull a couple of additional messages from the Tea Leaf Oracle cards. So let's just shuffle them a bit and see what additional messages would come up for you guys as like advice, confirmation, or whatever wants to come out. Okay, let's see. This one, and you. Yes, let's keep it at 5. Okay, the 5 cards that came up for you. On your person's side, we have the Casket card. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So again, this is giving me... yes, actually it's Casket and Grim Reaper. That's interesting. Yeah, so it's definitely giving me the vibe that they are in the process of getting over somebody or closing a chapter with somebody in their life before they can start this new cycle with you. The next card for them is the Love, Deep Affection and Caring card. So this is super positive, sounds super promising. In the middle, I pulled the February card. Now, because we are right now at the end of January, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that you meet this person in February. Who knows? And also, like, depending on when you are watching this, if it's like next year, December, like February is going to be in 2 months or whatever. But yes, this is generally giving me like either winter energy or just something that is supposed to happen soon. Or if we take February as being the second month, maybe in 2 months. On your side, we have the Finger card, which is again warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So, definitely pay attention to what this problem could be. And the Scales, keep your life in balance. Keeping in mind that the Scales came up as above the Strength card, maybe this balance is speaking about some kind of that beast inside of you that the Strength card refers to, like that you need to tame. If you are falling victim somehow to your lower instincts right now, for instance, lower instincts, I mean, it could be, for instance, this X card that's speaking about separation. If you're currently separating from somebody and, for instance, thinking about how you can, let's say, hurt them the way that they hurt you or something like that. Like those kinds of negative lower emotions. That is something you need to balance within yourself. If it is about the financial balance that came up in the second row of cards, this could also be speaking about that. Whatever it is, you need to embrace some kind of balance in your life. Actually, let's try to pull one more card for this Finger and see if we get some kind of clarity about what this warning of a potential problem could be about. Well, no, but we got the card of spiritual love. So I definitely think that in this connection, it will help you overcome patterns and problems that might have piled on from the past and from previous relationships with people. It seems that this person would help you to overcome such past hurts. Pile 1. Okay, let's pull 3 final cards from the astrology deck to give us some more information on the energy of you, your person, and between the two of you. So let's see what wants to come out. Come on. Okay, on the one side we got the Black Moon Lilith. This came up technically on your person's side, but it could also be speaking of your energy. Like the Black Moon Lilith represents wild feminine energy, and maybe you can check where it stands in your birth chart, look at the placement, and whatever themes come up with that placement. Maybe this will be something that you further need to put some work in, or something that this relationship would help you with. But it's like the themes of sexuality, repressed fantasies, fetishes, compulsions. And it could also shed light on your addictive tendencies when it comes to love, romance, or dating. So if you feel like this is something that's important in your life, definitely check out the sign of your Black Moon Lilith. If not, then I would just take it to mean that maybe in this relationship, the two of you will have quite a lot of fun exploring those sides of you, like your sexuality, fantasies, fetishes. Let's keep it positive. On your side came up the waning crescent moon. This is the last lunar phase before the new moon. That brings like joyous gifts and new possibilities. So it seems as confirmation that you are in that last phase before the new rebirth, before the new relationship as well. You may feel energy waning. That's perfectly normal. Like you need to take some time to reflect, to take a break, like surrender to whatever is happening. And again, we have on this card, take care of anything that needs attention or release before welcoming the new moon. So definitely the thing that the finger is talking about, warning you of a problem either now or in the future. Pay attention to such an issue in your life that would need special attention and care. And like I said, if you need to release somebody from your past, or if not the person, then at least the hurt, work on that aspect as well. And lastly, the energy between the two of you is the trine, which is awesome. Like that's a positive aspect in astrology. And it basically indicates like a harmonious, stimulating relationship between the two bodies and brings out our creativity, love, and an overall easier time. So, pile one, this seems great. I hope it was helpful. And I wish you all the luck. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your part of the reading. Before we start with the tarot, let's see what your coffee luck is. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, love. Short, sweet, and to the point. What more can you wish for, basically, in a love reading? Okay, then we got the love for you guys. Let's see what the tarot has to say with some more detail, hopefully. So, what is coming up for our pile 2 in love? I don't know if I said it in the intro, but we're gonna do on one side one person, on the other side the other person, and the energy between you two. And you can take whichever side sounds like you. So let's see what is coming up for our pile 2 in love. Let's see. Okay, pile 2, let's get into your cards. Now, technically, this side is gonna be your person, this side is gonna be you. But like I said, if you feel like it's the other way around, take it the other way around. It doesn't really matter as long as it's helpful. So, starting on the top row with your side, we have the Judgment card in the reverse position. Like, before we get into the cards one by one, your reading is very much giving me the energy of you guys coming together and both separately and together working on the issues that you are facing. This will be a relationship that will impact your growth a lot. So, starting off with the reversed Judgment, it seems that you are in a state of somehow meanness to yourself. Like it seems that you are very critical of yourself right now. You are in a state of reflecting over what you have done in the past, what you're doing, what you want to be doing. And Judgment card is very much the card of some kind of higher calling coming into your life, and you potentially trying to ignore it because it's in the reversed position. And this ignoring of this higher calling leads to those negative emotions that we feel when we start to drift off the right path, let's say. You seem to be in this state of mind, and you are trying to work on yourself and evaluate where you want to be going. This is very much a card encouraging you to show some compassion and forgiveness to yourself. For instance, if you feel like you have done something wrong or taken a misstep somewhere, like nothing is tragic, nothing is final, we can always change and improve for the better. But this is like your starting position. On your person's side, they got the Lover's card, which is a really nice card to have. Like on the one hand, it signifies a person who has the capabilities to be very warm and compassionate towards others, to be really open with their emotions. It is the type of person that you want in your personal life. Astrologically speaking, I'm gonna just throw it out there in case it resonates. The Lovers are typically associated with the sign of Gemini, but also this lady has what's it called? Like it's not a spear, it's something else. The bow and arrow, exactly, of Sagittarius. So it could be that this person has Gemini or Sagittarius energy. But either way, they seem to be a very nice, compassionate, deep person who cares about other people, who is also really attractive to people, whether because of their energy or because of their physical characteristics, it doesn't really matter. They're just pleasant and attractive person. And the Lover's card is normally a card of harmony, so they are giving me the energy of bringing in harmony to your connection, in the sense of they know, they are aware, for instance, of the values they carry, they are grounded in that way, and they would help you as well to ground yourself and to find those values within yourself. With the Temperance card coming up as the energy between you two, this is very much the energy of healing the self. Like it signifies like initially having an excess of something, not being able to find the correct balance. But through this balance, you are actually provoked to heal yourself and to again regain balance. And like I said, I think that this person would help you in this way. Now, when we go into the second row of cards, when we get into the second row of your reading, on your side we have the Four of Pentacles, on their side we have the Ten of Pentacles. I would say the potential issue that you would face and that you would have to pay special attention to overcome between the two of you. On your side, this will probably have something to do with your stability. The Four of Pentacles, like generally Pentacle cards have a lot to do with our finance, with our material well-being. And on both of your sides, this comes up as some kind of issue, like not saying that you are going to be poor or anything like that. But more so on your side, it seems that you are really guarded. If it's not financially guarded and maybe feeling some kind of lack that makes you behave weirdly, it could be that, for instance, you were hurt in the past and now you are somewhat closed off to people and to experiences, and this is something that's coming up as a little bit of an issue. And it could be, in a way, making you a bit demanding or neglectful of the other person. If this is something you relate to, then definitely take a mental note before this relationship situation comes in your life. On your person's side, it seems that they had reached a point where they achieved a lot. The Ten of Pentacles card is a really happy card. It's like the conclusion card, where we have reached our dreams, our stability, like we have the family, we have the children, the dog, everything. Everybody's having fun, everybody is happy. But like I said, it came up in the reverse position, which is telling me that there is some kind of problem despite this apparent bliss that the situation is. So it seems that when you meet this person, they will probably be in the midst of leaving something behind that they have deemed to no longer serve them. They might be changing their career, for instance. They might be changing the place where they live. It's like it's just speaking of somebody who might seem to have it all on paper, but they are not satisfied with it. They are asking themselves, okay, is this really what I want, or do I want something else? This could be also speaking about a relationship. It doesn't have to be a financial situation, but it's just that point where we notice that we need to pivot somehow in order to be happy. Now, with the two of you having these energies to work on, the potential difficulty is that you could be a little bit self-centered in your own issues, which could produce some kind of strain between the two of you. With the Queen of Wands coming up reversed, this speaks about you potentially being, like I said, too self-absorbed and not enough invested in the other person. So definitely heed that as a warning if it comes up, that you would need to pay some additional special attention to the relationship so things go as smoothly as possible. Now, the last three cards. On your side, we got the Ace of Swords reversed. On their side, we have the Knight of Cups. I would say in the context of the other cards as well, this makes sense. Like on your side, you are very much in the journey of changing things up, opening your heart and mind to the potential of new situations, maybe to new work things as well, whatever the exact manifestation is in your life. But in this process of opening yourself up to this new calling, there are, of course, hurdles. Like you might have some kind of particular idea you want to follow, but it is not yet completely crystallized in your head. It needs some additional work. Or in the context of relationships, maybe you are in the point where you are not completely sure what your exact expectations of a relationship are. So you are kind of confused, going back and forth. On their side, because the Knight of Cups is an emotional knight, it is the watery energy of the different knights. It speaks about some kind of inner turmoil. I would say that for them, for that person, it would also have to do with this change that there will be undertaking in their life, a career change or what have you. And they might be prone to either maybe being a bit more emotional at that time, or it could be that they're just generally an emotional person. If, let's say, you are more focused on the mental plane, they could be a bit more emotional. That's not a bad thing, but it's just an energy that whether it is something temporary between the two of you, like if it's something that you are temporarily working on because of the other issues and changes that are coming up, then this will be something to heed only for a temporary warning, so to say. If it's something where you, for instance, have some differences in your communication style, where, for instance, you are very focused on thoughts, they are very focused on feelings, or like you have different love languages, then the energy that's coming up between you as the solution to those two things is the Queen of Swords, which is the queen of open communication and setting very clear boundaries. So this is not a negative thing. I would even say it's often a blessing when somebody comes in our life that is different from us, because then our energies can complement each other. But like I said, again, with the energy between the two of you, the note to make in your mind is that with this person, it would be good for the two of you to keep very clear and open communication. Like, don't close yourself off to one another. And before you fall into some kind of trench, for instance, if it has to do with these problems over here, like, set really clear boundaries and intentions about how you are gonna handle situations in your life, in your relationship. Okay, this is for the tarot. Let's take a couple of oracle cards. Firstly, from this deck, the Love Oracle deck, from some additional info or whatever wants to come out regarding you two. One more. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. On their side, we have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Yes, so this is again giving me the vibe that similar to your side, this person is going through some kind of transformation in their life about something that is no longer working great for them. On your side, we have the Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder. The other woman, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, interesting. I would say, pile 2, be careful when you meet this person, because with the Lover's card, I would expect them to be a really, like I said in the beginning, attractive person to others. Keep an eye open for some snakes in the grass that might be trying to somehow trick you or do something not in your favor. I am a firm believer that such things never work and those people suffer in the end. But still, to save yourself some potential like stress or heartbreak, definitely watch out for snaky people and competition. Ooh, okay. The card for the energy between the two of you came up as twin flames, which is awesome, like yin, yang, balance, duality, complementing each other. So with this card, I would definitely say the two energies that came up for you, potentially like the water energy on their side and the air energy, the mental energy on your side, could be a factor in this relationship. Maybe you definitely will be the two different sides that complement each other perfectly. Okay, then let's take a couple of cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle for some additional messages for the two of you. Okay, pile 2. The cards that came up for you, needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. And here we have woman, just dealings or relationship with a woman. So I would take both of these cards as an addition to this warning that came up with the snake, that you might be dealing with some kind of woman or dark woman that's trying to get between the two of you in some way. Then we got the leg card, stepping into a new experience. I would take this as a confirmation for the relationship being the new experience. And finally, we got the month of July. So potentially you could be meeting this person in July, or like, because it's, who knows when you will be watching this, maybe it's just signifying a period of like 7 months, let's say, because now it's January and there are about 6 to 7 months till July. Okay, lastly, I want to pull a couple of cards from the astrology deck for some additional confirmation or information that wants to come up for pile 2 regarding this relationship that is coming into their life. Oop. Oop. Okay, let's see what came up for you guys. First off, we got the Eris card. This is the Greek goddess of chaos. It is an energy associated with disruption, loss, and catastrophic events. Do not despair when she shows up in your chart. She may be drawing attention to injustices and imbalances in your life. I would again take this card as a sort of confirmation that when this person comes, you would help each other to overcome some kind of disruptive situations in your life. You know what they say about twin flames. I am not personally a fan of the concept of twin flames. I just prefer looking at all people in the world as soulmates, and some of them a little bit more helpful, others not so much. But either way, they tell people in this community often refer to twin flames as people who come into our lives to change it profoundly. So it could be very well that this person does this to you and you to them. Then we got the sesquiquadrate, a minor aspect, blah blah, 135 degrees. This aspect can cause some minor tension between the celestial bodies and may bring up feelings that you're tempted to sweep under the rug. If things don't feel quite right, but you can't put your finger on it, this is an aspect to look out for. Again, like the card said, this is a signifying minor tension. I would say this came up in the reading as well. Again, I would not be too stressed about it, like all of our relationships have tension more or less, and without tension there is no potential for growth, because if we are always feeling amazing and fine, we must be dead, basically. And the semi-square, okay, this is also a minor aspect. It isn't a full-out square or a super fabulous sextile either. It signals healthy competition between the celestial bodies and has the potential to be beneficial if you put in the work. It's a motivational position that is rewarded through personal perseverance and patience. If you can reconcile the energies of this aspect, then great things will follow. I would say this is also pretty straightforward. You got two, let's say, semi-challenging aspects, because they are considered of the negative aspects in astrology. But remember that squares are the aspect of growth and transformation. Those are the aspects where if we put more work, it will work out for us. So this is very much what you are encouraged to do, and I would say that this is very much indication of what will happen to both of you in this relationship, and I think that's great. Okay, pile 2. Let's stop it till here. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I wish you all the luck. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your part of the reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's see what your coffee charm is. And it is health. Okay, yours is short and sweet as well as in pile 2. May you have all the health in the world, and may you have also healthy relationships while we're at it. So, let's see what the tarot has to say about what is coming up for you in love. What is coming up for our pile 3 in love and relationships? So, I don't know if I said it in the intro or I've been saying it in each pile. On one side, I will draw cards for your person, on the other side for you, and in the middle would be the energy between the two of you. So let's see what this is. Okay, pile 3. Let's get into your cards. Now, overall, the energy of your relationship is very much giving me the vibe that the two of you will come together to bring, let's say, both of your strengths and weaknesses into this and even them out and come out stronger on the other side. This is very much giving me this vibe of us against the problems, and because it is 2 against 1, we will come on top at the end. Let's get into this row by row. So if we start up top, the card that came up on your future partner's side is the Magician in the reversed position. Now, the Magician is generally a master in manifestation. He has all the energies at his fingertips, but because this card came up in the reversed position, it is telling me that this person right now, or when you meet them, will be maybe still in a state of not quite having tapped into their talents. They will still be exploring something, like they're still not at that mastery level that the Magician can achieve. And this is also showing that they're exploring a certain thing within themselves, a certain path, a certain career. They're in the exploratory stage, but they are not yet acting with conviction in a certain direction. You, on the other hand, are represented by the reversed 7 of Wands. And the reversed 7 of Wands could be, on the one hand, that you are feeling some kind of doubt within yourself. Or it could be that as a result of some kind of negative experience in the past, you might be overly protective of yourself. Like you might have felt really attacked for a while from people in your life, maybe from a previous relationship if that applies. But you are in a protective mode right now and a bit closed off. And you feel like you might be having to fight and fend for yourself alone. Now, when the two of you come together, it will be really beneficial for the both of you to move out of your respective energies. I would say even more so for you, or more fast for you, I would say. Yes, it more has to do with speed than in general. You would help ground each other from your worries, fears, and whatever else. And you would be a good team. You would have a good, consistent spirit in helping each other out day in and day out and working on the things as they come up. Like the Knight of Pentacles is the grounded, earthy energy. He is very much about doing things in the here and now, not just speaking about stuff or imagining stuff or like being wishy-washy in the emotional side of things. It is about taking particular steps to achieve something, to improve, to get out of a situation if you need to. And I feel like you would do this for each other and respectively get out of your personal issues slowly. Now, if we get into the second row of cards, on their side, we have the reversed Ace of Pentacles. On your side, we have the Ten of Cups. Now, on their side, with the Ace of Wands being reversed, this is telling me that this person would very likely be going through some kind of similar to the reversed Magician that came up on their side. They may be going through a period of rethinking something and needing to pivot from one thing onto something else. And as a result of this, they might be experiencing some kind of confusion, maybe some kind of lethargy as well, like the opposite of the constructive fire energy that we normally have with the wands, which is like go, do, get, achieve, blah, blah, all of those nice things. Because the energy is challenged, they might be facing a period of like feeling down and not knowing exactly in which direction to go. Like the aces are normally new directions, and the reversals speaks of general confusion within that direction. It could also signify that the person might be restless as a result of this confusion and like trying to scatterbrained, let's say, or more so scattered energy, scatterly energized in trying to find this new thing and new direction. On your side, with the Ten of Cups, this is telling me that you have the ability to be a really nurturing person. It could also signify like you having achieved great harmony in your relationships and having people in your corner. But in this context, I would say that in this relationship, you would act as the force that would help your person out of their a bit stuck energy and into that renewal. So I would say that you would bring exactly this energy of compassion, emotional openness, and through this you would spark this feeling of hope and renewal within the relationship, signified by the Star card. The Star card is generally connected with hope, faith, rediscovering purpose, and especially for your person, because on their side we have this emphasis on them being in the process of changing things up and needing to pivot. It is giving me the vibe that you would be the helping hand, you would be the motivating factor to provoke this change in them. Now this would of course require work on both of your sides, but like as a whole, I mean, every relationship needs work, so it is kind of what it is. If we look into the last row of cards, on your side we again have the Sun card, which is a really awesome hope and optimism card. It's like emotional warmth, like a warm person, a happy person, like the sun. It attracts everybody to its warmness and energy. It has like this strong gravitational pull. On your person side, we have the reversed Six of Cups, which is the card of maybe being a bit too stuck in the past, or in a past way of doing something that is no longer serving us. And it could also signify like lacking enjoyment in our life at the moment, and a little bit of adulting too hard, which is discouraged because all work and no play makes our lives crappy. So as to the last cards, because the energy between the two of you is the Ten of Wands, and you can see how the guy in the card is carrying all of this great burden, and he is almost gonna lose it, and like all of the wands are gonna fall, but he is still carrying them. In this context, I would say that again, in this relationship, you would really help this person out in reprioritizing things, taking up a new course, and also like letting go a little bit. Like you are again bringing in this really positive energy on your side of renewal and hope and happiness. And I also think that you would be like a lending hand, a helping hand in showing them how to enjoy their life and their journey a little bit more than they currently are. The Ten of Wands card is a card of like delegating responsibilities when we can, and maybe you would be the person to take a little bit of that brunt, or maybe not. Maybe you would just be the person to show them that they don't need to be throwing themselves in everything that they are currently doing. Like this pile is definitely giving me a little bit the vibes of a workaholic. If not workaholic strictly in the career sense, then at least workaholic in the sense of trying too hard to fit into something that we thought we have to fit in, of a certain image, of a certain idea that, for instance, I had to achieve something by this and this time. And I feel like, yes, when you meet this person, you would be, they would be in this period of transition and working on themselves, and you would definitely help greatly in this pursuit. I want to take a couple of additional cards from our oracles. So let's see some additional info that would come up for your relationship. What do we need to know about pile 3's relationship? Okay, you. Okay, so we got, I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. This technically came up on their side, but take it as it resonates. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Now, again, this technically came up on your side. So if this is something that you relate to, then definitely the thing that you still need to work before this relationship is healing yourself. Maybe this is the thing that the Seven of Wands spoke about at the start, where you might have felt attacked by others or by a particular person and feeling somehow unsure of yourself, and you are still in the process of getting over this. Also, I would add, because it does speak of finding freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction, and this just came to me. The Ten of Cups card, although it is a positive card, it could speak about whether you are giving other people's opinions a bit too much value in your life. So if this is something you relate to, like with this card, for instance, it could be the situation that you are extremely close to your family or your friends, but you rely on their opinions and on them accepting, for instance, your relationships a bit too much. If this is the case, maybe this is something that you would need to work on, or maybe this is something that this relationship will bring to the forefront. As to the last card that came up between the two of you, it is the Palm Tree, and it says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So, despite me having spoken about this relationship maybe having some challenging aspects of growth, like I said, especially you bringing some kind of understanding and support towards this person while they are going through this change in their life. It does ultimately serve the purpose of growth on the one hand, and you will find security in this relationship and stability. Like, we have periods where it just has to be a little bit rocky. There's basically we always have to move a little bit, whether it's in the upward direction or in the downward direction. Why am I saying position? Whatever. Like, you can't realistically expect to stagnate in a certain place. So I think that what's coming up for you definitely in your next relationship is positive growth, pile 3. Let's pull a couple of the tea leaf oracle for some additional messages for you guys. Okay, the card that came up for you is the shield on the one side. You need to defend yourself. Now, I technically put this card on your person's side, so they might, this might be an issue that comes up on their side, but it could be also something that has to do with you. We also got in the middle, take care, enemies are working against you. So this is kind of giving me the vibe that there might be some people in your life that have something against this relationship. And because we also got the cat card on your side, a two-faced friend, which I put right above the 10 of Cups, it is again giving me the vibe that you could potentially be giving too much emphasis on the opinions and the validation of people around you. And if those people have something to say about this relationship, this could be causing you stress. And maybe this is the thing that this person would need to protect and defend themselves against. Maybe they will have to somehow prove themselves to the people around you. This is not necessarily something super negative. I mean, yes, definitely look out if there are people around you that would unnecessarily try to make your life harder, or people that are just two-faced and want to somehow see you suffer. But it could be just coming from a overall good place of wanting to protect you. And at the end of the day, when somebody comes in our life, they of course have to prove their value more or less to us and to the people around us. So I wouldn't take this too scarily. You also got the Boot card with the message of increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Now, I don't really know what this would refer to. If this is something you relate to in your situation, then definitely take the message. If not, it might be speaking about something that your person would need to do, because they are in the, they seem to be more so in the energy of having to work towards something new. So maybe this is just confirmation that they will have to put in a lot of effort for this. Or maybe if the two of you somehow decide to work together, this just came to me. If this happens to be the case, that you decide to work together in some aspect. Again, the 10 of Wands is a card of like sharing responsibilities, delegating them. So maybe you should just, if this is the case, be prepared to have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I think that's the saying. And putting in a lot of effort into this shared project for it to work. But if not, like, yes, take it as it resonates, as just a possibility. And lastly, you got the Happiness card and the July card. So it is possible that you would meet this person in the month of July, or alternatively, it could be, for instance, that they are born in July or something. July could be significant in a number of ways. Or maybe you would start a relationship in July. And if it's not July, then I would just take it to mean, like, for instance, 6 to 7 months from the time that you started, that you are watching this video, because it is January now. July is in about 6 to 7 months. So, yeah. Let's take a couple of final cards from the astrology deck for whatever else pile 3 needs to know about this relationship that is coming towards them and the energies. Let's say. Let's take you. Okay. Whatever. Okay. On their side, we have the Scorpio card. Again, it doesn't have to be necessarily about them, but it could be. Brave, passionate, and loyal, Scorpio is one of the most determined signs of the zodiac. Scorpios love to get to know you, and they have the most amazing memory of all the signs. They are often met with many difficult life experiences that force them to grow beyond their years. Scorpios connect deeply to the phases of life, death, and rebirth. Represented by the Scorpion, they can be fierce. If you cross them, prepare to be stung. I would say with the Scorpio card, on the one hand, it could be telling us that the person you're gonna meet is scorpionic in some way, like they could have the sun sign or some kind of other prominent placement either in Scorpio or in the 8th house, or something with Mars and Pluto energy. Or it could be just signifying this energy of change and growth and rebirth that the Scorpio sign is speaking about. On your side, we have the Water card. Those are the signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are intuitive, imaginative, and deeply connected to their emotions. They dive deep into their souls for spiritual discoveries. They can take on the shape, water can take on the shape of its container, and for many water signs it can be difficult to decide whether or not their container, a situation, a relationship, a place is truly beneficial in the long run. Water signs are the natural healers of the zodiac, often dedicating their time to help save the world. I would say definitely with the water sign, it is confirming like the things that came up for you with your compassion, with your like emotional sensitivity to people and your warmness. Warmness, let's say. I can't think of the other word that I want to say. And definitely, I think you would bring the energy of healing in this relationship and to this person, and you would help them on their scorpionic evolvement journey. As to the energy between the two of you, we got the sextile, which is a major aspect occurring when two planets are 60 degrees apart. A sextile indicates harmony, cooperation, and friendly vibes. That's nice. Yes, and it indicates that the planets are working together in a pleasant, mutual, stress-free relationship. I would say this is a nice summary of the energies between the two of you, and also like water and Scorpio, like Scorpio is a water sign, so I would take it as a confirmation that the two of you would definitely be like, let's say you are not opposing elements, like you would have this natural understanding for each other and you would have harmony in your relationship. But like I said, there are some things that will need to be healed and evolved through. And again, this is not a bad thing. We all go through our growing pains and we come out better on the other side. Okay. Pile 3, I'm gonna end it here, and I really hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I wish you all the luck.